Hi, I'm Ilyas here, co-founder of Bitskout, and in this video I wanted to show you how you can extract data from an invoice or any other document directly into your Notion database. Now, Bitskout is a platform where you can create plugins that automate certain things, and Invoices is one of our templates. To use it, you just need to click Use Template, and then choose Zapier. There is nothing you need to set up else, and give it a name. Let's say invoice. Give it a name. Let's say invoices Zap to Notion, and that's it. Everything else will be done automatically. And then you need to create a Zapier, a Zap, and create a very simple scenario. Typically, it's used by a trigger is a file in a folder or an email that you receive with the invoices on a common mailbox, and the trigger is okay. So the trigger here, so let's run it. Okay, let's see what files we have. Okay, all right, let's take this file. All right, continue. Let's test an action. So in this case, the second module that you have is from Bitskout, which is called Run Plugins for Files. And here what you do is you need to choose your plugin that you have just created, and we call it something about Notion. Okay, this one. And that is enough, because then our plugin will read the information from an invoice directly, and will grab all the information it can find mostly in any language, except probably Arabic and Hebrew, but with Japanese and Chinese, and extract the information, and it will allow you to map the information directly into your Notion page. Okay, so in this case it's invoice in Japanese. Okay, but let me find in English. Okay. Okay, maybe this file. Yes, this one. Let's run it once again. And it will always get the same list of fields that you need. And then we can create an item in Notion. Of course, you can then create item in Xero, in other systems. Okay, here we are. Okay, many things we have extracted, and we just go directly in creating. So here, it's important when you set up an action, you choose the correct database. Okay, in my Notion page, I have, okay, for demos, I have created these two databases, but they can be anywhere. So you just need to select and then map the fields correctly. Okay, fields, let's say, let me show you how you do that. You open Bitskout, then show all, and then you find a field, in this case tax, that you need to put here. That's it. And you can map it depending on what you need. You can also map a URL from the file that you have just uploaded into Notion. So if you check it, you can click on the URL and get the file. Okay, that's like a pro tip if you want to organize information correctly. Let me run it. Let me run the action. Okay. So now what will happen? It will create, yes, here it is. And here is how it works. Now you can map information from various files, not only invoices. You can create different scenarios, and you can extract data from an invoice and then add a new scenario that from Bitskout or from another tool if you prefer, that, for example, classifies the cost, okay, based on the cost on the vendor. So is it a SIS service that you've bought, or is it some consultancy, or is it legal costs? You can set up all these things inside Bitskout by creating a plugin called Categorize here. Then you can add an extra step, which is cost categories. I already have it for myself. Okay. This one. Now what it will do, it will analyze a vendor name and it will give you the cost category. So let's just test the action, and I don't have a mapping yet in Notion for that. Let's test this action and see what the system tells us, what kind of category we're talking about. Okay, so it's legal. Now it can map it in a tag in Notion in your database. Here, if you add multi-select category, it will create an option called legal. Okay, and you will be able to select it. All right, that's how you use Bitskout with Zapier and Notion to extract data from documents. Feel free to have a look what we can do. It's very powerful platform, very powerful combination together. And send me any questions. Thanks a lot.